Hi. Okay, so it's time for my monthly update on my tower. Uh, guess to start off, let's go to my stats here. So I started maybe a couple of months ago, and I'm at 683 billion coins. Uh, I realize now that I need to really work on some economy stuff, so uh, go over that whenever I get to my labs. I'm pretty much comfortably farming tier 6. At first, I was ignoring the perk, um, the improved trade off perk where you get more coins, but you lose health. I never picked that, but now I've been picking that because it's really good, in my opinion. So I've been doing like with that card. Lately I've been going up to like wave 6,000, and I get like 30 billion coins. With that perk, that's kind of like my average. It just depends on like whether or not I get golden tower bonus at the beginning, or not, and so it's just kind of like that with the perks. But like on average, I mean, I'm saying it's like 30 billion, and it's a run, and it's not really like stressing me out or anything like that. You know, but I do realize that I need to work on some economy stuff, so that's kind of like what I'm gonna end up doing from here on out with the labs. Now, as far as my workshop goes, last time I didn't talk about ultimate weapons, but I have the big three, and I have spotlight, and I have missiles. I haven't touched missiles hardly at all. Maybe like one click in it or something. I don't know. But I haven't really touched it. I did bring my death wave damage up a little bit, because I heard some advice, and it seems to be working out all right. Like at the beginning of the run. I don't know. Um, Now, where I messed up was I ended up buying, when I first started off, I ended up buying a stone pack so I could unlock Golden Tower. I unlocked Golden Tower, and with the rest of the stones, I lowered my cooldown of my black hole. And that was a big mistake. I should have never done that because I really didn't know. I found out later on that you're not supposed to do that. So to kind of make up for it, I brought my Death Wave and my Golden Tower down to 4 minutes, and I brought my Black Hole cooldown down to 2 minutes. So now I have a 2-to-1 sync, and I'm just kind of just like really hoping for Multiverse Nexus. I'm sure I'm gonna get it, but the 2-to-1 sync kind of works out all right for right now. I did see a significant boost in my coins just from doing that. So that's kind of like how I fixed it. I mean, it's not perfect, but it was just way too expensive to bring my golden tower down to where it was the black hole cooldown. I mean, to me, it was cheaper to do the black hole cooldown to 2 minutes, so I just did that. I mean, I wish kind of now that hindsight is 2020. Now that I look back at it, I just wish I would have just saved up and just did that. But hey, you live and you learn, and I'm fine. I'm gonna be playing this game for a while, so eventually it'll correct itself, especially when I get Multiverse Nexus. So I'm just trying to stay positive with that. Uh, my damage, I brought it up to 1,500. I'm not gonna put any more coins into this at all. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Uh, my health is 3,100, and my health regen is at 3,000. So I'm happy with that. I've been putting coins into health and health regen, and then with the rest of the coins, I've been putting it into enemy attack level skip and health level skip. Um, I might put more coins into max recovery and recovery amount just so I don't have to worry about it. I like that set it and forget it play style. So it's kind of been working out for me. Um, but yeah, I might end up doing like a whole run where I get 30 billion and just put everything into attack level skip, and then another 30 billion health level skip, and see where that takes me. That way I could just start a run and just not have to worry about it. I could just leave it alone for a while, like, especially like an overnight run or something like that. Um, my cards, I'm very happy where I got. I got all of my commons and my rares to level 7. And then I went ahead and made sure that I got Wave Accelerator to level 5. And then I stopped after that, and I've been pulling nothing but modules since. So if you want to take a look at my cards, I'll just go slow here. And to me, it's just a pretty much a standard from all the research that I've done. Now, I did have, instead of the extra orbs card, I did have the damage card in there. But, it kind of falls off, later on in the run. And so I just threw in extra orbs in there, just to kind of, as like a placeholder. I do take the cash card out, and lately I've been putting in Berserker. I know some people put landmine stun in there. I tried it like that, but that really didn't help me get any further in my run. But Berserker did. It kind of made up for that. So that's just me. I really don't know. Now as far as modules go, well, let's go to labs first. My labs, I have the lab speed, and I started attack speed. Uh, so I'm gonna leave that on for a while. I might take it up to like level 50 attack speed. Now the lab speed, I've kind of been, on and off about it. I really don't know what I exactly want to do with it, but some people say take it to level 50 and then come back to it, and then, but, I think about it and I'm like, well, I'm going to be playing this game for a while. So maybe I just need to do like a permanent lab speed. Now, I had enough cells to do a times 3. And I was like, cool, times 3. And I hit it. And I realized that I had to switch them around. I did times 3 on the wrong one, so I put the lab speed on the times 3, and I put the attack speed up on top. But I think I'm gonna end up switching it back and make lab 1 just straight up lab speed and just leave that on for a while. I'm gonna see how I feel at level 50, and then because level 50 is times 2, and then I think like level 75 or something, level 70 is like 2.5. So I might end up just taking it to 2.5 and then seeing how I feel. I don't know. Because, just having that one lab being occupied permanently at my level, it's like, it kind of hurt me a little bit, like I could do other things there. So I'm just undecided on that. I went to my to my effective pass sheet, and I got my health and my health regen to level 35. And I see a lot of people have it at that level, and they're pushing way higher than I am. So I stopped it right there, and I looked at my effective pass sheet, and it's telling me to do Death Wave Health. So I'm doing that, and then my effective pass sheet is telling me to do Spotlight Coin bonus for my coins. So I think that's gonna be kind of like my system. Have attack speed and lab speed on two of them, leave them permanent for a while, and then one lab will be health lab, the other lab will be a coin lab, and then on my last lab I want to go ahead and finish off doing the perks. So right now I have improved trade-off perks to level 7. It's only 10 levels, so I'm gonna just go ahead and finish that off, and then maybe even do a standard perk bonus. But for overnight runs, I might actually do the perk choice. I might do that, but that lab takes kind of a while. Like after like level 10 or so, it starts. The time wise. I mean, it really gets up there. So, uh, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and just do the standard perk bonus. I'm not really worried too much about overnight runs. Because those first 2,000 waves, I survive pretty good, and I sleep like 4 or 5 hours a night anyway. So I mean, by the time I wake up, I'm not dead. And I just throw, uh, my cash into my workshop, and then I'm fine pretty much for the rest of the day. But sometimes whenever I do the auto pick perk, that's what I meant. The auto pick perk, uh, I only have 3 bands in there, and for my fourth band, it'll take 10 days to complete. So I might, you know, but if it picks the wrong thing in the middle of the night, man, it's like my run is over. I wake up and my game has been off. So it's just something to think about. I'm not really too sure about what I'm gonna do with that. Let's go to the modules. So, in my modules, I've been doing all right. I got some new mods. Uh, I got my wormhole redirector up to legendary plus. I can make a mythic. I just have to. That's another thing that's kind of been hurting me, is that I might end up putting some labs into the rare drop chance, because right now I don't have enough fodder to make this mythic. But I re-rolled the stats on it. I got defense, health regen, and then I just rolled it for any good stat that I thought of, and it got death defy, and I'm happy with it. What I mean, it's not probably not the best in slot, but hey. Um, I did re-roll my astral deliverance on the top one up there. I had bounce shot chance, and I thought that critical factor would be better, so I just rolled for a rare critical factor. Then I stopped, because I didn't have enough reroll shards really to make it purple. So I've been working with that. I mean, it's kind of been helping a little bit, but I think at my level was just not, the damage is not what's doing it for me. It's the orbs. I'm doing the blender, so the orbs are killing everything, and so that. But I did get attack speed, and I got bounce shot targets, and so I'm happy with that. As far as my black hole digester, I got it to legendary, and I got all the free ups, legendary stats. It really didn't take me a lot of re-rolls to get this, so I'm just happy with it the way it is. I did want to try out the singularity harness, but you know, a lot of people are saying in order for it to be good, then your stuff has to be synced. And where I messed up was I put 1 point into the lab of the golden bot cooldown. And so now I'm at 119 seconds instead of 120. If it was 120, I would have a 2-to-1 sync, with my ultimate weapons. But since it's at 119, it's like, man, I screwed it all up. And some people are like, hey, don't worry about it. It's only 1 second. But man, it really doesn't sync up right. Like whenever I'm looking at it, you would think that the 1 second is not too bad, man, but it is, dude. Like it's not going off at the same time. It's off. So I'm not gonna stress out about it, but I know that I'm not gonna touch those labs. I mean, at all for a while. You know, Forget that, man. And then I heard some guy say that that's where he screwed up. He maxed out those labs, and then he found out that he couldn't properly sync his ultimate weapons, and he's like in game. So I'm not gonna make that mistake. I learned from him, and I'm not gonna do that with mine. Oh, one thing I wanted to mention too is uh, we have the guild here. We have 24 members. Whenever I joined the guild, I just joined it. I didn't have to apply for it. So if you're looking for a guild, this is a good guild. We get the 750, but you know, and they're kind of lenient. Like there's been some people that like this guy hasn't been on for 11 days. This guy 13 days. So I really don't know when they're gonna kick people and stuff, but I think that they're just pretty lenient. What I like is up here it says tabletop gamers. I'm a tabletop gamer, so I kind of like that. So that's why and it was free to join. I just joined straight up, and I'm just kind of happy about it. So if you're looking for a guild and you're interested, just I don't know if they have it to where you could apply, or if you could just join. So just join up and it'd be nice to have some like active players to get this guild progression done a little bit faster, you know. So that's that. Let's go back to modules and pull some modules and let's see what happens. Got 1,000 gems saved up. Here we go. Come on. Come on, baby. I'll just do this. No. All right. Come on, baby. What am I going to get? Come on. Ah. Nothing. Come on, please. Please, please, please. Nothing. Dang. Come on, baby. What? All right, 2 more pulls. All right, let's take this one slow. Come on. Do the slow grind right here. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on, meow. Come on, meow. I'm Chip. All right. And that's it. Okay. Well, got an arm chip, at least. Well, that's that. That's fine. Like I said, eventually I'm gonna get Multiverse Nexus. I just gotta just be patient and wait. Well, anyways, that's my tower, and appreciate you guys for watching. And go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And hope everything works out. Happy idling. Bye.